Good day everyone. Welcome to the Azure Databricks series. In this video, we are diving deep into how you can enhance the security of your Azure Databricks environment by implementing customer managed key encryption for the control plane. Managed services data in the Azure Databricks control plane is encrypted at rest by default. But to give you more control over your data security, you can add a customer managed key for encryption. This key protects critical data such as notebook source in the Azure Databricks control plane, notebook results for notebook run interactively, not as jobs that are stored in the control plane. By default, larger results are stored in your workspace root bucket. You can configure Azure Databricks to store all interactive notebook results in your cloud account. Secrets stored by the Secret Manager APIs. Databricks SQL queries and query history will also be protected. Personal access tokens, PAT, or other credentials used to set up Git integration with the Databricks Git folders. Once a customer managed key is applied, it's used to encrypt all new data created in the workspace's managed services, while existing data remains encrypted with the existing key. Importantly, you can rotate or update the key later as needed to maintain security. And if you revoke or delete the key, any further attempts to read or write the data will fail once the cache expires. However, it's essential to note that this encryption only applies to the control plane data. Yeah, it doesn't encrypt data stored outside the control plane. In this step-by-step guide, I will show you exactly how to enable and manage customer managed keys for encryption in your Databricks workspace, ensuring your sensitive data is securely protected and fully under your control. Let's go to the encryption tab here in your Azure Databricks services. I've already encrypted DBFS root and then the managed is. Now it's time to encrypt my managed services. Yeah, let's click on that. And then we need the key identifier. So let's go to our Azure Key Vault, and this is the key that I'm going to use. Let's click on that. And then let's copy the key identifier here, and then let's go to the encryption tab here, and then let's paste that. Yeah, let's make sure there are no spaces here. Yeah, and then what we need to do is we just need to click on save here. So let's look at the notification. So if you see here, it is currently getting updated. So let's wait for it to complete. Gonna take like 2 minutes. So I will pause the video and resume it back once it is completed. Okay, so it failed. If you can see here, let's click on see more. And what we can see is like it basically failed because it is unable to perform update operation for the workspace. Yeah, this is the message. And it is basically telling that permission denied, invalid permission on the specified key vault. Please give Databricks the following access permission to given key vault. And it is telling like caller is not authorized to perform action on the resource. And what is the caller here? The caller name is Azure Databricks. So what we'll do now, we will add this Azure Databricks caller into the Azure Key Vault. Let's head to the Key Vault, and then let's go to this access control IAM. Yeah, what I'll do is like I will copy that caller, which is Azure Databricks. Yep, let's click on add role assignment, and I will search for Key Vault crypto service encryption user. Yep, and then click on next, click on select members, and then I will search for the Azure Databricks. Yeah, let's select that, and then let's add it. It's added now. So now what I'll do is like I will save it one more time. Yeah, let's click on manage services and then click on save here. Yep. Let's see what happens. So now I'm going to pass this video, and then in case if it fails or it completes, I will resume it back. Okay, so this time it completed fine without any issues. If you can look at it, yeah. So giving access to the Azure Databricks Scholar basically made the difference, yeah. And that's how you enable and manage customer managed key encryption for your Azure Databricks control plane. By adding a customer managed key, you have taken an extra step to enhance the security of your workspace. This gives you more control over access to sensitive data like your notebook secrets, personal access tokens, and more. Remember, while executing data isn't re-encrypted, any new data will now be protected using the key you have configured. A few things to keep in mind. You can always rotate or update the key later to maintain security. If the key is revoked or deleted, this is very, very important. Yeah. Future reads and writes to the encrypted data will fail once the cache expires. So be cautious when making any changes. And lastly, this encryption applies specifically to the control plane data. It doesn't affect data stored outside the control plane. I hope this guide helped you understand how to take full control of your workspace security using customer managed keys. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth tutorials on Azure Databricks and other data-related services. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Jai Hind.